All right, 6 o'clock on this Friday, a night of violence. Just ahead, a deadly shooting behind a sports bar. And here in San Antonio, communities are coming together to honor Charlie Kirk. We're going to show you those who gathered for a special vigil last night and one scheduled for Bernie in about an hour from now. Plus, a fight over race and money, why the Department of Education says a grant program used by colleges in San Antonio is racially discriminatory, and how local universities are responding. That's all coming up.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, Mr. Announcer Manning, let you do your thing. Here,
cut you off.
I'm sorry. Goodness gracious. Okay, we're off and running on a Friday here. Justin and Ernie here with you. RJ and Jaffney enjoying a long weekend, so we'll see them next week. Maybe they'll get outside and do something and take advantage of the nice-ish weather.
Yes, take advantage of that 3-day weekend.
And that too. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's been pretty good this week. At least the mornings have. The afternoon's been a little toasty, a little warmer this morning. Interesting though, Ernie.
Yes.
I just pulled up the Authority radar. Check this out. We do have one little blip on the radar, a little shower.
Okay, there you go. China Grove.
Yeah, right south of China Grove. Not that this is going to have any real impact on your morning commute, but if you're right there, you may see a couple raindrops, and this will move right along. And this really is a good indicator, indicative of the fact that we have moisture coming back in. Oftentimes when we see that surge of moisture, we can get these very little showers, brief showers, and that's exactly what we're dealing with. I don't expect we'll see a lot of that, but if you see a drop or two, that would be why. Outside, you can see the clouds, and again, another indication that moisture is now back in place, and this has an effect on temperatures too. 76. Those 60s are sounding real nice about right now. 73 in New Braunfels. Still not so bad in Bernie. 66 there. Likely seeing some clear skies up in the hill country. 78 right now at Stinson. And our forecast today is you plan out your TGIF. 87 degrees noontime, 95 for a high. So this is very similar to what we've been dealing with. We will have the clouds early, but I think they fade away as we head into the afternoon. All right, let's get into your morning commute here and see what's going on out on the roads. And we'll show you that we do have basically quiet conditions for most of our highways this morning. We had an issue earlier on the southwest side that has since cleared, so we got all green here, and that's the way we like to see it on a Friday. We do have one little issue, and that is on the northeast side, and that's where we're likely dealing with some construction, but that has slowed things just a little bit. They're right near 410 and Austin Highway. We've had some issues, so we'll continue to check in on that. Actually, I believe Alex Gomez is there. And Alex, is it a construction issue?
It was construction, but I have good news for you. That construction has wrapped by the time I made it to the scene. So 410 eastbound on Austin Highway is completely reopened, and whatever leftover backup should be clearing out very quickly. Now I made my way a little bit more northeast, and I did notice that 35 North has the exit to 1604 closed. Now that's a big exit, so if you need to go to 1604, exit early, exit Pat Booker, and you should be fine. Justin.
Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. This morning, the FBI continues to search for the person who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Now, our Patty Santos is live in Bernie this morning, where a vigil for Charlie Kirk is expected to happen here in just a little bit. Patty, good morning to you.
Hey there, good morning. Look, Charlie Kirk was a polarizing political figure. Many minority groups were offended by some of the things that he said. But this morning, he is being remembered here by the Bernie community and the youth for his work as a Christian influencer and for his unapologetic, outspoken faith. Meanwhile, in the last few hours, investigators have released new information in the search for the shooter. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio reports investigators are looking at everything in hopes that the public can help find him.
This morning, the manhunt intensifying for the person who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk, with authorities releasing new video of the moments immediately after the shooting at Utah Valley University.
We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location.
In the video, you can see the suspect run across the roof and climb down to the ground. He's then seen running across the parking lot and into the woods, where investigators say they found a high-powered rifle wrapped in a towel. Sources say 3 unspent cartridges were recovered with markings that are now under investigation. Other clues include a footprint and impressions that investigators believe are from the shooter.
The FBI lab is they have the latest technology in DNA extraction, and obviously they're really pros at finding partial or complete prints of some sort. So that's going to help them maybe identify him if he has prints on file.
Now police are asking for the public's help to find this man dressed in a black t-shirt that appears to have a flag on it, wearing a ball cap and sunglasses.
And the FBI says they have received more than 7,000 leads and tips about that shooter. And this morning at around 7 a.m., we're going to see some groups here in the Bernie community, some youth groups gathering for that start of that vigil. And of course, we're going to have that update for you on KSAT.com. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Patty, thank you very much. This morning, there are more than 30 local children that are now out of harm's way, and that is thanks to something called Operation Lightning Bug. San Antonio police and U.S. Marshals worked together to find kids who were reported missing, but their work is far from over. The San Antonio Police Department says the kids were from ages 13 through 17 years old. SAPD and the U.S. Marshals looked through a database of missing kids from the San Antonio area, and they honed in, getting every bit of information about them. And in less than 3 weeks, they found more than 30 kids. San Antonio police say some of them are back with their families, and the ones who are not, we are told, are still safe. Authorities say the kids were at high risk of being exploited by traffickers and predators. Now, to be clear, they say some of them were being trafficked. Police say 6 trafficking survivors are getting help right now through victim services. The trafficking aspect is why the investigation is expanding. San Antonio police have already arrested several people, at least 3 for harboring a runaway. Investigators have also executed 9 felony arrest warrants and opened 5 human trafficking investigations. Right now, San Antonio police say 45 minors in our city are missing. A San Antonio City Councilwoman was publicly reprimanded yesterday over her DWI arrest. 8 of Ivelisse Mesa Gonzalez's colleagues voted to censure her. This was 7 weeks after police arrested her. The District 8 Councilwoman was pulled over on I-10 westbound near Hildebrand, and she claimed at least 8 times on the video of her arrest that she had nothing to drink. But she was arrested after she failed a field sobriety test. Last week, Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones called for a vote to censure Mesa Gonzalez, citing new information. And the councilwoman did not have much to say after Thursday's vote.
I've been clear in my commitment to take full accountability for my actions, and I will respect the decision of my colleagues on today's vote.
The State Crime Lab has asked the Attorney General to block the release of Mesa Gonzalez's blood draw results to KSAT, but court records indicate that they are likely in and likely high. The censure does not have any practical effect. She can still vote and participate in council discussions, but the mayor has also pulled her off of committee assignments. The censure vote was not unanimous, though. Phyllis Villagran was absent for that meeting. Terry Castillo abstained, and Mesa Gonzalez recused herself and did not vote. This morning, 2 teen brothers are facing capital murder charges in the death of 14-year-old Simon Cuevas, the SAISD student who was shot and killed back in April. So they appeared in court yesterday, and according to court hearings, the teens who turned themselves in on August 14th both have prior records and issues in juvenile detention. Their mother asked for their release, but the judge denied and said no. They will stay in custody until their next hearing on September 25th. Investigators say 2 other people were also involved in the case. 18-year-old Fernando Flores is in jail awaiting indictment, and 20-year-old Cesar Tijerina died last month after a self-inflicted shooting. There is some relief this morning for Kerrville City workers. The city is offering them a 3rd insurance plan. The announcement comes after workers in Kerrville told KSAT that they were worried about not being able to afford higher insurance payments. Well, now they can choose a new PPO option. It is a mid-tier plan, and they will have access to out-of-network coverage at a lower cost than the most expensive plan. The city says it will cover the cost for employees on the new plan. All right, more morning headlines for you. Trips to the grocery store are hitting wallets even harder. The latest inflation report shows food prices jumped more than 0.5% from July to August. That's the biggest spike in 3 years. Compared to last year, grocery bills are nearly 3% higher, as you can see right here. Now, coffee alone is up almost 21%, steaks more than 16%, and even the cost of bananas, that's about 6% more. Economists warn that tariffs could push prices higher in the months ahead. And it's not just food. Jobless claims are now at a 4-year high. and the median cost of owning a home has topped $2,000 a month. This morning, the Federal Trade Commission is taking a closer look at the impact of AI chatbots on kids and teenagers. The agency has sent letters to major tech players, including Google, Meta, Snap, and OpenAI, asking what they are doing to keep young people safe. The concern is that kids are turning to chatbots for everything from homework help to personal advice and emotional support. However, research shows that these same bots have also given dangerous guidance on things like drugs, alcohol, and eating disorders. The FTC wants answers on safety and accountability. A U.S. appeals court panel has allowed President Trump's administration to block Medicaid fund to Planned Parenthood while legal challenges continue. Planned Parenthood says Thursday's ruling means that more than 1.1 million patients cannot use their Medicaid insurance at health centers. A federal judge in July ruled Planned Parenthood clinics nationwide must continue to be reimbursed for Medicaid funding. This as the nation's largest abortion provider fights the Trump administration over efforts to defund the organization in his signature tax legislation.
Outside with Live Cam, it is 6:10, 76 degrees. Quite a bit warmer this morning than it has been. We've got some morning clouds too and a couple of showers. It's all because we're seeing an increase in humidity. Dew points are way up this morning. We'll show you the authority radar coming up.
This morning, the family of a Ukrainian woman murdered on a Charlotte light rail train is speaking out. Their powerful message about loss and a call for change coming up. And locally, former Councilwoman Dr. Adriana Rocha Garcia shares her deeply personal journey from caring for her parents with Alzheimer's to raising a son as a single mother. Her story of love and resilience, that's coming up. Plus,
coming up tomorrow on GMSA, our efforts continue to help save you money this mom season. We're going to take you to see how the Johnson High School Choir Booster Club is helping you save money on mums, all the way from $65 to $5.
KSAT kids, this mom season, you heard right, it's homecoming season. Our quest to find ways to save families money continues. Now, Patty Santos is reporting this morning a San Antonio area booster club has found a way to help keep costs down while also raising money for their students.
We'll make about 300 moms total for the season.
Carrie Johnitz, president of the Johnson Choir Booster Club, has a lot to show off. This is at the Abiding Presence Lutheran Church in the North Side.
If we had to buy everything from scratch, it'd be about $10,000 to buy everything from scratch.
A few years into their mom fundraising program, you can see these volunteers have it down to an organized science. Fundraising serves two purposes. It meets the need for low-cost moms and gives back to Johnson High School students. All of these hundreds of trinkets and ribbons will bring in about $5,000 to support the 250 students in the choir team.
You're a mother, you have, I'm sure, more than one child, right?
I have 3.
So buying mums can be pretty pricey.
Absolutely. If you go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, you'll find just the back with no embellishment for about $50. And our biggest one with all the embellishments you can get for $65.
The cheapest mum they sell is only $5.
We have a bunch of moms and sometimes dads who come and help and put them all together. It's a labor of love for us.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And yes, I have twins in high school right now, and the mum bill was not fun when my wife informed me about it. But by the way, Patty sent over this mum. I'm going to try to get you a little closer here. This is the one that was given to KSAT Mike, our mascot here. And it was at the Pigskin Classic a couple weekends ago and was a huge hit. And oh my goodness, I almost forgot. It lights up. So look at me. There it is. Thank you very much. So happy homecoming season to everybody out there. Okay, we are going to take you outside on the roads, and we had a little extra time to talk mums because we really have a pretty good commute this morning. RJ is out, by the way. So we'll take you to the map and show you, again, mostly green. We had an accident on the southwest side earlier on the access road at 35 and Somerset Road, and that has since cleared. And then we had some construction in the Helotes area up here on the northwest side, and that purple has gone away, so that's a good sign. And then, of course, on the northeast side, Alex was telling us about construction over there and an accident near, I think it's the Cowboys Dance Hall area, if you will, 410 and 35. So all of that seems to have cleared out right now. And so we're keeping an eye on, there it is, right there. And yes, there was some construction there earlier. And I think if I can, yeah, the flashing lights have since gone away. So people are moving along quite nicely there. And I don't think we have anything else to, yep, that accident has cleared. Yeah, 35. And this was the one at Somerset Road I was telling you about earlier. It was actually pulled off to the access road over here, and again, that is cleared. So we're looking pretty good. Okay, on to Alex Gomez, who's been in Drive Cam for us this morning. And we're getting a look at what's happening on this Friday, sir. Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, happy Friday, Ernie. It's been a lot smoother than the 5 o'clock hour, but right now things are looking good on the northeast side, 410 east at Austin Highway. That construction has wrapped up. Just a slight problem if you go more northeast. If you're going up 35 northbound, just know that the exit to 1604 in both directions is going to be completely closed. So just exit early, exit Pat Booker, and you'll be able to re-enter 1604 that way, Ernie.
Very good. And speaking of 1604, Alex, thank you very much. How about this? Congratulations to everybody that will take advantage of this new flyover ramp. 1604 eastbound onto I-10 eastbound. That will open tomorrow. So this ramp will make it easier to travel again from eastbound 1604 on eastbound I-10. This drone video is from TxDOT here. This is the fourth of 8 flyovers planned as part of TxDOT's $1.4 billion Loop 1604 North expansion. The project aims to reduce congestion, improve safety, and enhance mobility across northwest San Antonio, with all the flyovers expected to be completed by the end of 2026.
Thanks, sir. And let's take a look at the Authority radar as promised. We did have one little blip on the radar. Like I said, these, if we see a shower, they're going to last for maybe a couple minutes and then fade away. But we had one little shower show up right there south of China Grove, crossed over 410, and now it is pretty much gone. Can't rule out a few sprinkles this morning, but I would not expect much. We also noticed a little blip down here around Karn City. Now, this is a little bit heavier rain, but it is west of 181, so you're not really seeing it there in Karn City. It's a very small little shower. This one likely fades away pretty quickly too. But interesting to see that we do have a little bit of activity out there, and it's all due to the fact that we have a surge of moisture. So this is the nighttime satellite, and it's kind of hard to see here, but we do have a deck of clouds that has rolled in. And it's indicative of the fact that we do have more moisture in place. Dew points are in the 70s versus the 60s that we've been seeing. Remember those cool mornings in the 60s? Those are gone, at least for now. We have dew points now at 72. And keep in mind, the temperature can never fall below the dew point. So we know that our temperatures will be low to mid 70s this morning, and that's as good as it's going to get. 75 degrees at 8 a.m., 78 at 9 a.m., noontime 87, 90 at 1 o'clock, 95 is your high temperature today. We'll lose those morning clouds, and it'll turn mostly sunny later today. What's the long-term forecast look like? Well, I wish I had better news. High pressure in the upper levels, it just kind of wobbles around, but still holds our forecast and keeps things very quiet. All the active weather is still up there across the Pacific Northwest. And even this breaks down a little bit, this high does, but then we get another one that builds in behind that, and that, by the end of next week, will likely keep us dry too. There's just not a lot there to really pick apart. And the storm systems are staying well to the north, so this is more indicative of a summer-like forecast. We just can't seem to get rain in here. And you look at the rainfall forecast over the next 7 days, all of it is going to be up and down the Rockies, northern plains, Florida, but not here. I know it shows 1/100 of an inch, but I don't even think we get that. Well, maybe if we get one of those little small blips on the radar this morning, it's possible. And very quickly, I need to mention that we do have a wave that has come off the coast of Africa. It looks pretty impressive. There is a 40% chance of development. Hurricane Center has flagged it. That said, we have a long time before this is really going to be an issue for anyone, if it even becomes an issue at all. We have time to watch it, and we will, but it looks like the Atlantic is starting to wake up a little bit after what was a pretty quiet stretch. And we've got a quiet stretch of our own. There is nothing remarkable in this forecast. It is cut and paste each and every day. Not that I didn't sit down and really parse through this forecast.
I saw you earlier.
But there's just nothing to change. All right. Our Just Ask Justin question is sports related this morning. When did the sports equinox take place in 2024? What's the sports equinox, you ask? We had an NBA game, an NFL game, an NHL game, and a Major League Baseball game. All in the same day. It's a rarity. It really only happens one day out of the year, if it ever happens. It's roughly the same time every year.
Okay.
But last year, did it occur on the January 19th, March 5th, June 8th, or October 28th?
Feeling better about this. All right, answer coming up in about a half hour.
Yes.
6:22, 76 degrees outside. More to come on GMSA, including the family of a Ukrainian woman murdered on a Charlotte train breaks their silence. Their message to America up next.
In this morning's GMA First Look,
she didn't deserve that. Nobody does.
The family of Irina Zarutska, the Ukrainian woman whose chilling murder on a Charlotte light rail train has gripped the nation, is telling their story to Good Morning America.
Irina was, she was the glue of the family.
What would you want people to know, not only about her, but to take away from this senseless murder?
Things have to change. Our country has to change on how we deal with these situations, and that requires our leadership to take action, and I need for them to take action.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll share their powerful message about this unspeakable loss and how they want Irina to be remembered. With your GMA First Look, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News New York.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, welcome in another half hour of GMSA. Justin Horn here with us. And of course, we go to bed a little earlier than most people do. And I can't help but notice now the sun, it gets darker in the bedroom earlier and earlier now.
Makes it easier.
See, I enjoy when the time in November, I guess it's right after Halloween. When that comes, I actually do. I might be in the minority, but I enjoy that time of year.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the long days, but I'm weird like that.
No, that's all right.
I'm
weird for liking the other way. So either way.
Well, I can tell you that the sunrise and sunset will be roughly around 7:43 is the sunrise, sunset after 7 p.m. this evening. So as we go outside for you, we've got some clouds and humidity. That's for sure. You can feel it, man. If you walk outside, humidity is it's noticeably higher today than it has been. And that's keeping temperatures up. 76 is what is the current temperature. We even have a feels like temperature in some cases because that humidity just makes it feel that much warmer. 73 degrees in New Braunfels, 76 Converse, 66 Bernie, 78 at Stinson. So those really comfortable mornings have kind of passed us by now. 87 degrees noontime, 92 at 2 o'clock, 95 will be our high temperature today. And in theory, we'll get a little bit of a heat index too because that humidity level, again, just a bit elevated. The satellite picture does show we have some of those morning clouds working through and even a shower or two. We've had a couple of very small blips on the radar, so that is not out of the question, but if you see a shower, it's going to be very, very brief. All right, let's flip over to traffic very quickly here, and we'll show you what's going on out with TransGuide. There is hardly anything. This is the Y downtown, and that traffic's moving along just fine. There was a little bit of construction there this morning. 10 at Callahan, there is a good movement with traffic there. We don't see a lot of slowdowns. The one spot I was noticing was out west, but this is an everyday occurrence there on 90 right before you get to 60 and 4. There's always a slowdown there in the eastbound lanes. So quite across the city, just the way we like it on a Friday. Let's check in with Alex and see if he's detecting anything on the roads. What are you seeing out there, Alex? You do see some flashing lights.
Yeah, we do have a minor accident over here on the north side, Justin. This is going to be on Wurzbach Parkway, just right before 281. And you can see we do have a two-car collision, and the right lane is going to be blocked right now. So SAPD is barely making the scene. So I want to see what they're going to do, if they're going to have any additional closures. But right now, the exit to 281 is still going to be open if you're going Wurzbach Parkway going westbound, Justin.
Thank you, Alex.
All right, we'll check back with them in just a little bit. Meanwhile, the FBI continues to search for the person who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Now, our Patty Santos is live this morning in Bernie, where a vigil for Kirk is expected to be happening here in just a little while. Patty, good morning.
Hey there, good morning. So we know that Charlie Kirk had controversial views about gun control, abortion, COVID, gender issues, among other things, but he was also known as a Christian influencer. And this morning, the Bernie youth and this community is honoring him with a vigil to honor his movement and his faith. Meanwhile, the FBI, as you said, has released new information and new photos about the shooter in hopes that the community can help find him. The video shows the suspect running across the roof of a building at Utah Valley University before jumping to the ground and making his escape. The FBI says they found the shooter's gun. And according to CNN sources, investigators are looking at the weapon, including cultural phrases written on the rifle and ammo. The FBI is offering up to $100,000 for information that leads to the suspect's capture. The FBI says they have received more than 7,000 tips and leads on this case already. Meanwhile, again, the vigil starts here at 7 this morning here at the Bernie Main Plaza. We've already started to see some of the folks that are going to be taking part in this. And the organizers tell me this is really about helping the youth in this community express some of that frustration and sadness and give them a place to do that. It's only expected to last about 30 minutes, but anyone in the community is invited to attend. We are live this morning in Bernie. I'll send it back to you.
Patty, thank you for that. This morning, 2 people are behind bars accused of stealing mail from a West Bexar County neighborhood near Marbach Road in Loop 1604. The suspects are 37-year-old Cecily Beltran and 29-year-old Marcos Martinez Jr. The Bexar County Sheriff's deputies arrested them, and they say they caught them with a stack of mail from about 15 different people. Neighbors in the area say mail theft has been a problem there for months. Well, the Department of Education is ending a program that has poured millions of dollars into Hispanic-serving institutions, including more than a dozen right here in San Antonio. While the funding is based on enrollment, school leaders stress the money benefits all students, from upgrading labs to training faculty and launching new programs. Our Lady of the Lake University says it alone has received $12 million in the last 5 years. Local educators warn that cutting the grants could hurt not just major universities, but also smaller colleges that rely on that money to keep doors open and opportunities growing. All right, there's now a new rule in San Antonio to prevent people from abandoning animals, including peacocks. Starting in 9 days, anybody who abandons any animal can face fines of up to $2,000. And there can be bigger penalties if it happens over and over again. The City Council approved the new ordinance yesterday, but Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones voted against it. In a written statement, she said, quote, "It lacked the required due diligence and public engagement," end quote. The mayor also said that she, quote, "appreciated the intent of this ordinance and looks forward to working with fellow council members and animal care services to ensure public safety," end quote. ACS says that if you cannot take care of your pet, ask for help. For more information, you can call 311 or visit sa.gov. All right, some more morning headlines for you. House GOP leaders are preparing to vote next week on a stopgap spending bill. GOP leaders want to keep the government open through November 20th. The White House is pushing for a longer extension into January. The September 30th deadline is complicated by a House recess for the Jewish holidays. Democrats are signaling a tougher fight this round. The opening statement of the man on trial for accused of attempting to assassinate President Trump last September at a Florida golf course was cut short on Thursday. Ryan Wesley Ruth is representing himself in the federal case. Ruth is accused of creating a sniper's nest 1 hole away from where the president was playing golf on September 15, 2024. The judge warned him when he took the time meant for addressing trial evidence to instead give a meandering rant. The judge cut him off when he continued on that rant. A federal prosecutor gave a more traditional opening statement. All right, consumer news now. Thousands of popular vehicles have been recalled due to heating and cooling problems. More than 90,000 Toyota, Lexus, and Subaru models have been recalled over a faulty HVAC system. They include 2023 to 2025 models of the Toyota BZ4X, Lexus RZ, and the Subaru Solterra. The vehicle's HVAC systems can fail and cause the defrost or defogger to malfunction. Owners can take their cars to a dealership for a free software update. Trouble sleeping could mean more than just feeling tired the next day. It might raise your risk of dementia later in life. In a new study this morning, researchers found those with insomnia faced a 40% higher chance of cognitive decline. But people who improved their sleep with medication or lifestyle changes did not see the same risks. The experts recommend simple steps like a consistent bedtime and a cool, dark, quiet room. You should also limit caffeine, alcohol, and screen time and get regular exercise. A brand of Dubai chocolate snacks sold at Costco have been recalled due to an allergy risk. The item is called Dubai Style Chocolate and is made by Rolling Pin Baking Company. Rolling Pin says the allergen statement on the packaging notes they contain gluten when the label should say wheat. According to the company, Costco sold the snacks between May 1st and August 29th. Rolling Pin believes the health risk is minimal because the allergen statement lists gluten, which is found in wheat.
Outside with high cam at 6:39, 76 degrees, a humid morning now. We're seeing quite a bit of cloud cover over the city of San Antonio right now. Sunrise will be at 7:17 this morning, sunset at 7:42. How was that weekend looking, though? We'll take a look. Coming up.
I'm so in love with my community, right?
Yeah.
Because we all just pitch in and get it done.
Well, up next in Pickup Lines, former City Councilwoman Dr. Adriana Rocha Garcia opens up about family, community, and her new role, helping to lead a South Texas health organization. All right, on this Friday, another round of pickup lines for you this week. Really enjoyed the conversation going one-on-one with former District 4 City Councilwoman Dr. Adriana Rocha Garcia. So she recently wrapped up 6 years representing District 4 and then launched a bid to run for mayor this past spring. So when that failed, she devoted much of her time to care for both of her parents, both of whom are currently living with various stages of Alzheimer's. Now, Rocha Garcia was born on the west side as an only child and graduated from Southwest High School. She later went on to become the first in her family to earn a college degree. She recalls doing that while being a single mother to her son, Steve.
I was trying to teach him how to ride a bike, and he was a little bit bigger already than me at the time. And so one of the neighbors came over, and he was the one that helped him learn how to ride the bike, right?
Yeah.
And I was just so grateful that there's just always a whole village around me, and that's why I'm so in love with my community, right?
Yeah.
Because we all just pitch in and get it done.
Indeed. Well, her son there he is on the left there. He's an adult and a college grad in his own right. In this episode, Dr. Rocha Garcia also talks about her new role as president and CEO of the Center for Health Empowerment in South Texas, or CHEST. The latest episode of Pickup Lines premieres at 5:30 and replays at 7:30 this evening on the free KSAT Plus app, or you can watch it right now at KSAT.com. Just search Pickup Lines. All right, and while you're online, maybe you'll consider signing up for this special event on Saturday, September 27th. It is the 12th annual Head for the Cure 5K. It's aimed at raising awareness and funds for brain cancer research and honors our late news director, Jim Boyle. The race starts at 8 in the morning at Providence Catholic School, just down the street from our studios here at KSAT. And if you visit ksatcommunity.com, we have a link where you can register for that. And your nominations for the SA Picks 2025 contest are in. We asked you to choose San Antonio's top businesses, and you came through. So now it's all about voting for the finalists. There have been more than 26,000 votes so far. And there are several categories being recognized, including automotive, which has a subcategory for favorite car washes. And here are the finalists: the All-American Car Wash, Bubble Car Wash, Go Car Wash, and the Wash Tub. There's also fashion, with one of the things you can vote on being your favorite jeweler. And it's come down to Ironside Antique Mall, James Avery, Kay's, Kendra Scott at La Cantera. And then for fitness, you can pick your favorite dance studio. The finalists are Earl Cobb Dance Studio, Jazzercise San Antonio North, and TJ's Dance Factory. You can scan the QR code to see the finalists, then put your vote in right there. You can vote for each category once a day, and we'll announce the winners later on this month. So thank you for your voting, and for your participation, and for all of that, and for being a good driver. Many of you are being really good out on the roads this morning. For those of you getting ready to take off, we'll show you what the map looks like right now, and Justin kind of alluded to some of this earlier. Some of the yellow that we're seeing is pretty typical congestion this time of morning, and this is notoriously slow at this time of the morning on 90 if you're coming in from Castroville towards 1604. That's what you're going to see right there. So as we zoom in here, Alex Gomez a little while ago was at Wurzbach Parkway, and he was showing us an accident, and doesn't seem to be much of a traffic impact. Now the accident, we understand, is still there, and we'll check in with Alex in just a little bit. But in terms of a traffic impact, hasn't generated any really big slowing or anything right now. So if and when that changes, we'll be sure to let you know. But back to the cameras outside, things looking pretty good in the downtown area. The fine silver curve right there, nothing really to report. And we mentioned earlier, just a quick note, that new flyover ramp from 1604 eastbound onto I-10 eastbound opens tomorrow. So that'll be exciting for people who are on the northwest side or who are driving or now have another option to get from 1604 onto I-10 going in the eastbound directions. Okay, Alex Thomas again, he was at that accident. Excuse me, and again, we mentioned it is still an active scene. So Alex, what can you tell us in terms of an update there at Wurzbach Parkway?
Yeah, well, it's just going to be a little bit of a hiccup on the north side. So if you're going westbound, Wurzbach Parkway towards 281, it's right at that exit to 281, and you can see that we do have SAPD now on scene. So the exit remains open. You can still exit to 281, but Wurzbach Parkway headed westbound has that right lane blocked. So you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown with first responders still walking around the area. Ernie.
Okay, very good, sir. Thank you very much. Again, there Wurzbach Parkway in 281. You'll no doubt see those flashing lights if your commute is in that area. All right, back to what I mentioned a minute ago. Thank you to TxDOT for this drone video, but here it is. If you're coming off 1604 East, going on to I-10 East, there's that hotel and that Applebee's restaurant right there. The flyover ramp at 1604 and I-10 opens tomorrow, and it will make it easier again to travel from eastbound 1604 on to eastbound 10. It is the fourth of 8 flyovers planned as part of TxDOT's $1.4 billion Loop 1604 North expansion. All the flyovers in this area are expected to be open and complete by the end of 2026.
Thank you, Ernie. Let me show you a picture here on KSAT Connect. This is cool. Yesterday, the 9/11 memorial climb. These are the firefighters from JBSA. There was so much turnout yesterday there at the Alamo Dome for the memorial climb, and I know it means so much to these guys. But we appreciate your service and just an incredible event to memorialize what happened on 9/11, and we appreciate the picture as always. Thank you very much. Let's take you out to the bus stop this morning, and we're going to see a little bit more cloud cover to start, and we're going to get more humidity. Just know that it doesn't really change things that much. 73 this morning, 94 when you get home from school. For those outdoor activities after school, it will still be plenty warm. Dew points are in the low 70s this morning, and this is one of the reasons we are seeing clouds. One of the reasons we're seeing a few showers, and you can feel it. If you walk out the door, you can feel the humidity in that change because we had 60s, if you remember earlier this week. Those are gone. We're going to see some warmer conditions this morning. The Authority radar, we did have one little blip on the radar there around China Grove, a little shower that has since dissipated. So can we see a sprinkle this morning? Sure, but if you do, it's not going to last very long. And we had another little shower work just west of Karnes City. That's working up towards Falls City, or at least just to the west of Falls City. Again, maybe a few drops and then moves right along or falls apart. The rain would be good if we had more of it. The drought monitor came in yesterday, and boy, I really thought we'd see more improvement than this. But based on their metrics, they still have us in extreme drought here across a large portion of San Antonio. Now, they did take northern parts of San Antonio out and put it in severe drought. Either way, we're still in drought, and we just had such a huge hole to dig out of that it is proving very difficult to get rid of our drought conditions. So that's the latest with the drought monitor. Let's talk football now. The Incarnate Word playing UTSA tomorrow. That's the big game here in town, of course, at the Alamo Dome. If you are tailgating, obviously the game's inside the Alamo Dome, but if you're tailgating, temperatures will be in the 80s. Pre-game with partly cloudy skies. That game's at 2:30. Then we've got Oregon State taking out Texas Tech in Lubbock at Jones AT&T Stadium. Always a fun atmosphere there. Temperatures will be in the 80s for that game, partly cloudy. Obviously a little more dry out in West Texas, so it should be pretty nice. The game I will be watching very closely, A&M versus Notre Dame. That's tomorrow night at 6:30. There is a 30% chance of showers up there in South Bend. Temperatures will be in the 70s for that game at Notre Dame Stadium. What an atmosphere that will be. And the UTEP Miners taking on the Texas Longhorns in Austin, Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium. Temperatures in the 80s, mostly sunny. Good conditions for football there. And Texas State, can't leave those out, otherwise RJ would send me an email. Texas State taking out Arizona State. That's the late game, 9:30 out in Tempe. Temperatures in the 80s, very dry heat.
I was just going to say, it's a dry heat.
Clear conditions, so good conditions for that game as well. And very quickly, your 7-day forecast. There's not much to this. low to mid-90s each and every day with partly cloudy skies next week. All right, our Just Ask Justin question this morning had to do with sports.
Yes.
I wanted to know, what day was the sports equinox on last year? What's the sports equinox? Well, that's when we have NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL, hockey, 4 major sports, all on one day. It happens just on one day out of the year. And last year, what day did it fall on? The votes are in. They say October 28th. What say you, Ernie?
I had to write it down just to make sure here. So there's no Major League Baseball in January. There's no NFL in March.
Correct.
There's no NFL in June.
Yep.
So by process of elimination, I say October 28th.
Well done, my friend. Yes, it is October 28th. Well done to the viewers. This is a great day, at least for me, because I'm a sports fan. But last year, it was Dodgers-Yankees playing Game 4 of the World Series. Steelers and Giants played in Monday Night Football. And you had multiple games of NBA, NHL, and 2 games also of Major League Soccer. What a day.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
Okay, very good, sir. All right, more to come here on GMSA. We'll take a quick break and be right back. All right, one last look at traffic here on GMSA, and want to show you the map, and then we'll kind of zoom in close to show you a little sliver of yellow there at 281 and Wurzbach Parkway. That's a minor accident that Alex Gomez has been checking on. So again, might be difficult to see, but it's there. A little bit of slowing, 281 and Wurzbach Parkway. We will check it again for you at the top of the hour on GMSA Plus on the free KSAT Plus app.
Thank you, Ernie. Let's take a look at the forecast for today. We're in the mid-70s right now. We may cool a little bit, but not much. We got a lot of humidity out there, at least more humidity than we've been seeing this morning. Temperatures will be up near 87 noontime, and it will get up to about 95 this afternoon. You look at the extended forecast, no rain to speak of. Temperatures in the low to mid-90s coming up this weekend. Join us on KSAT Plus.